Hi and welcome to this new timeless reading. We're going to take a look at what frequency is now available for us to activate. So in 3 cards, more details on the frequency itself will be the first card. Second card, what can we release? And the third card is advice on how to go about it in the best way possible. So let's take a look at the frequency itself. And it's the Four of Pentacles, and it's overcoming blockages. And personally, that's something I actually did today, this morning. And we now have the key to overcome big blockages, and especially concerning creativity and understanding our value and more honest and authentic way. Because the value we have, let's say, in the common world or the matrix or society, is what we can bring to those systems, but that's not the actual inherent value we have as a being and as a soul, as a full unit, if you know what I mean. So we now have the capacity to identify the blocks and overcome the blocks and be able to see ourselves more authentically. So what can we release in order to see how to activate this? And it's the Five of Pentacles, Five of Swords, sorry. And it's pretty much saying that you have to acknowledge that there's bad or evil in this world, and you can't change something if you don't acknowledge it first. So if we have blockages, there was ill intent to begin with. If we have blockages, there was people not wishing you the best outcomes, for sure. And what I'm hearing at the same time is to undo the blockage is also to wish so much good for yourself autonomously that it will break through however many people are wishing bad upon you. But it has to begin with yourself. And let's say the blockage I was feeling this morning was I was hearing things like, oh, stop making videos, and I felt like locked inside an iron bubble, like the surface of the bubble was iron, and I could not break through. I could not see where it was coming from. It was very oppressive, and it was pretty much telling, like I was hearing a bunch of things like, oh, it's not worth it, like stop doing what you're doing. Nobody cares, which I kind of don't really care if people care or not at this point. I just want to like do my things, whatever. Like, you don't need to like have people care that much about whatever you're doing, really. Like, a lot of people do art or crochet or whatever to just, enjoy themselves. And I personally enjoy reading through symbolism and archetypes, and that's just something I do with everything on the daily regardless. So might as well share a little bit of what I know over here. So yeah, and I was wondering, where was that bad energy coming from? And I could not feel it being linked to anyone in my surroundings or anyone I was somewhat like close to. Like, it didn't feel like family, friends, or like people that just like genuinely don't like me that I know or interacted with before. Like, what it felt like, it came to me like to see like in a broader lens where it could have been coming from, and it was like, it felt like it was from the platform. Because as many people will kind of like enjoy what you're doing or like what you're doing, a bunch of people come across your videos and don't give a ish, and also don't like your face or don't like how you express or whatever you're doing or talking about. And that takes a toll after a minute, because bad energy is still bad energy, and if it's directed at you, you will eventually get a read on it to some extent. And especially yesterday, I did not post, so it was kind of like bottom wave, not an upper wave, because when you post, you get like comments, reactions, and like positivity to some extent. So on a day where I'm not posting at all, it's like the field is flat, and it feels like I got to see like how much reactivity you also get from just like existing out here. And I think it's very like pertinent to mention it, and it really has like its place being talked about, like negativity at large. It's not just like comments or people attacking you like directly. Like there's like many forms of like, we call it like evil eye or something, whatever you want to call that. To me it's just like a negative energy wave. And thank God I have like a good level of personal protection prior to dealing, like posting or dealing with life in general. So that's why it was an iron bubble. So it was kind of like just the outside sphere that was really hard and constrictive, but I still had like space to breathe and move around and eventually decipher what's going on. But that was not the best feeling. But I broke through it, and now I get to share with you about the process. And let's look at some advice for anybody else going through like similar things. And it's the Page of Swords, and what I'm hearing is remain anchored within yourself. It's like know thyself, like remain clear about who you are and like what you're trying to accomplish in life, and especially like your own vibration, like your own signature or essence. And when you feel kind of like pushed off balance or something like that, just come back to who you know you are, and do things that will stimulate the energy of your essence. Like do things you enjoy, talk to people who love you, or go outside in nature, something like that. So hopefully this will be helpful, and I wish you the best.